Well, good evening and welcome back to Nevers, the lovely, gentle, relaxing stream before Mare Nostrum sails out. Mare Nostrum will be available on Tuesday, but until then I just want to do a nice relaxing game as Nevers with the goal to unite the region of France. And well, it's been over 55 years, it's been almost 56, and we've taken a province. A single province, but it's not a bad one. It's 25 development. This is probably the slowest I have ever done in terms of expansion, but it is something. It was, a good fight to take it, a good fights to take it. Even Liège decided to jump us during independence. And me oh my, what a struggle it was. But, relaxing in its own right. So here we are as Nevers. Things, I gotta admit, are not looking great. We have a fairly good duke in charge of the country. Leaves a bit to be desired on the admin, but when you're rolling 264 you can't complain all that much. I wish he was a bit more fertile though. You'd think at the age of 20 he would be pounding anything that moves, but we have no legal heir, which is, well, we have married France for our own safety, but we could well end up under France. And that would be really, really bad for us, because we've had enough of being a junior partner in unions. So let's just hope it doesn't come to that. I don't want to spread my royal seed here, there, and everywhere just in the hope of getting an heir, but it would be nice to actually get one. With that speed, Jake, you'll never get very far. The French region seems very united to me, just not for you. Yeah, well, we can fix all this in due time. First things first, I'm going to demolish this castle since it serves very little purpose here in Bourgogne. And I'm going to tackle issues as they come my way. We are going to be coring this province. It'll go nice and quick since it's our culture. Right. Of course, glorious Burgundian culture. It's a shame that so much else of Burgundy got gobbled up that we won't be able to take that much, and almost any expansion we do now is going to be inside the HRE. So some lovely unlawful imperial territory for us, which is why we should probably consider heading south and grabbing some land around here to build up a power base, because I had hoped that, I wouldn't have to expand outside of the French region whatsoever. But France allied Castile, and together they've been a wrecking ball. France have some very strong allies. He's got the Pope on his side, Savoy, even Siena's pretty good. I mean, they're every bit as strong as Tuscany. They've even taken care of the autonomy reasonably. So yeah, we have some issues that we're going to have to deal with, and deal with them we shall. I'm going to need to save up lots of money. Okay, Austria, Burgundy, England, Flanders. Flanders has announced me as their rival. Bloody Flanders. They were not all that helpful. They got greedy, and when I gave them nothing, they got all up in my face about it. Jake, you can always expand into France. I'll get right on that. Their alliance with Castile is gonna put a few going to put a few walls in my path, and I'm forbidden from allying France by my own rules. The trouble is getting anyone to ally me is going to be difficult because I'm playing on hard mode. Okay, thank goodness. Charlie. Nah, we're not going to go with Charlie. Actually, chat might as well pick a name for me since I'm not all that Burgundian. Not much point paying for this fort. It's not doing us any good. And Liège could well be friendlier with me, but we're getting there. I'll get that friendship with Holland going as well. Holland is our only ally, and could well be for a while because nobody else wants to be our friend. I don't know why we're so friendless. Okay, in the spirit of ActRaiser, we're going to call you Master. ActRaiser was really good. Maybe really good is pushing it a little too far, but it was good. I don't want to quite risk getting a coalition by fabricating a claim on Barrois. Not least of all because I wouldn't be able to take on all of Lorraine's friends. And even if I did fight and win, I have so much aggressive expansion. Look at this! I've taken a province. I have near 50 aggressive expansion with most of the HRE. So I'm going to take one look at Brandenburg. I will consider the fact that they are doing quite well, and I'm going to increase my relations with them in the hope that they might see things my way. There's also the issue that Cologne have a core of Lièges that I really want. Hopefully within the next 33 years, but Cologne as well are sillily powerful. Thankfully they have lots of enemies and hopefully they will stumble. I may as well set it to speed 4 and keep the ball rolling because there isn't going to be terribly much going on, although I should get rid of a fair chunk of my mercenaries. And I want to keep an eye on that Liège Liberty Desire, because if they start thinking that they are top dog here, I'm going to have an issue. Is this where I discover that I'm not actually getting rid of my mercenaries, but instead my real force? Okay, let's not push it too much further than that. We'll recruit some real ones when we get it. I also should assign my trader to somewhere. I should have done that long ago, really. Where is one of mine? Okay, one of you are transferring from there. I get the other transfer from the Rhineland. That should work out quite nicely. I should have done that 55 years ago, but it's not like money was ever an issue, so that's alright. I like how Jake forgets that he vassalized a prince. Well, not a prince that matters. Okay, that's Nassau, not me. Trouble is, Austria isn't very strong. It would be in my favour if Austria was considerably stronger than they are right now, so they could put up a fight towards France. Hopefully they do their whole thing of demolishing the HRE, but I'm not seeing it right now. I need to keep a close eye on France and Castile. Hopefully a bit of infighting will go on between them. Just doesn't seem like that will be happening anytime too soon. But a man can dream, and I am dreaming. I want to keep that military tech up to date. It also keeps your subjects in line. Alright, there we go. Get rid of these guys that are costing me too much money and replace them with... oh man, nothing but infantry for me. Less than ideal, but it's all I can do to survive. Burgundy might revolt, but it also might not. It is my culture and it is glorious Catholic. Jake, any Austria tips? Nah. Somebody else asked if I'll be streaming Stellaris when it comes out. Of course I will. Hey Jake, are you the good-looking one in World War Wednesday on the right of Daniel? I think Daniel is the good-looking one between us, but I do sit with him during World War Wednesday. Yelling useless advice at him as he attempts to conquer China with Japan. Wouldn't it be beneficial to join the HRE and find more friends and Austria's protection without allying them? I am in the HRE. Don't you see, my capital is in Rethel, which is part of the HRE. I did join that as part of protection against pretty much everyone that came my way, and that worked out reasonably well. I may as well hit that speed 5. Oh, well, speed 5 might be pushing it a little bit. We'll leave it on speed 4. Because as soon as any opportunity presents itself, I want to be able to seize it. But the thing is, nobody wants to be my friend. Maybe if I find someone who hates Burgundy as much as I do. But really that is Denmark, and Denmark is far away. Because it's on hard mode, there's a -20 to any alliance that I try to strike. I'm really liking hard mode. It's very relaxing. When it comes down to it, I'm probably going to find that Burgundy is my only real target that I can go for. But I have 14 years of truce to enjoy with them. And I really want a... Okay, what's going on here? Aragon was allied with Austria, so that puts France at war with Austria, which is only going to weaken them. That doesn't help me really in any way. Castile, of course, is getting involved here, but no, there is no way that France and Castile are going to lose to scum like that. But does it root out anybody that could be getting in my way? Ferrara, Austria, Naples, Aragon. I don't think they're allied with anybody that I am particularly looking to step on the toes on. When it comes down to it, it's Cologne that I want to destroy for that one core. And once I get it, I can happily integrate Liège, and that'll give me good stepping stones into more of Burgundian land. But really, a lot of it is going to be waiting to get rid of this atrocious aggressive expansion that I have accrued. And boy, have I gotten a lot of it. heck of a lot of it. Matt Blueshift says, when are you going to release an ASMR video? As soon as there's demand for it. It's not something I'd shy away from doing. My precious dip. Just kidding, it's not precious. Away with you. I haven't been relying on my estates all that much. Could always seek their support, but because I'm not going to be giving them out provinces, well, I suppose the bourgeois could always be lending me a ducat or two. I mean, I can stand to lose 5 prestige if it means that they will give me the ducat. That's wonderful. Jake, better relations over time advisor is the biggest limitation in this campaign, and you think we haven't been holding on to him since day one? Well, maybe not day one, but the moment we actually grabbed ourselves some territory. I'd love to get somebody to increase my income as well, but even 10% is... well, 10% taxation will help. Okay, no, I got confused there, but there we go. That's just the man we need. And that is not the legitimacy we need. We're probably going to be sitting at some poor legitimacy for quite some time. Okay, so Lorraine is at war with Trier. Sadly, I have no just cause to go to war with Trier. But I should probably get that claim on the go with them. I also want to set you. Oh, well, this is opportunity, isn't it? Cologne finds themselves at war with Brandenburg. And the good money, I would say, is on Brandenburg there, even though they are the ones that are under siege here and there. Oh my. Jinx, they seem to be having a bit of trouble there. How could this be? Well, nonetheless, I am going to recall you and get ready to strike. I think I do want my units up in Rethel. France and I have some pretty good relationship, although I am forbidden from allying them. Okay, I should slip back and get ready, because if we can smack Cologne from the backside, Holland don't want to get involved. They would if I had favours with them, but I don't have all that much. It'll take 5 years to get some more. Holland's 13,000 would be pretty useful, but this is also concerning. They have a lot of allies that would get involved. Okay, so this is why it isn't going so well. Brandenburg are also at war with Mecklenburgian conquest. I really don't think we could take all this on alone without a bit of backup. And because this is hard mode, I'm not going to be finding any backup anytime soon. Although what I could do... let's see, it's your conquest of Magdeburg, right? And that's what's getting Cologne involved. That is shameful. Okay, I don't think there's anything we can do. Jake, will you and your greatness be streaming Hoi 4 before it is even out? I should hope so. Not probably not too long before that, but yes, beforehand. Jings, this is really bad. This whole situation stinks. But it's pretty fun and relaxing in its own right? France is on the move. They want to put Austria in their place. That would be great if I was outside of the HRE, because it means I could jump HRE members without Austria getting involved. But since that is not the case, I could check out who Austria is allied with, see if any of them are potential targets for me, because I don't even have a coastline. I am limited only to people that I border, and that is Burgundy and Lorraine and nobody else. I'm going to have to go for French Comté in the hopes that I can grab onto Switzerland and then further my way down through Milan, who have no friends. I didn't want to expand outside of the French region, but it is necessitated by the current state of affairs. Frankfurt, Jake? Yeah, Frankfurt exists. Not too much I can do about that. Could always no CB them, but wouldn't that be a shame? It'd be nice if I could grab a Casus Belli upon them. But like I said, I don't see that as a particularly viable course of action. And I doubt they're going to be taken in by my threat. No, far from it. I mean, I could just integrate Liège as is. But it seems like a waste to give up that core when I can get it for 25% aggressive expansion. So I shall not forgo that, nor shall I forgo my military technology, because that almost got us destroyed when fighting Burgundy before. Let's see, Burgundy are short on fortifications, which is lovely news for me. Gonna have to fight you eventually. But that'll be once that truce is long gone. Okay, that's an interesting one. Lorraine have decided to gun us down. I also don't like the fact that my troops are not paid for, so let's get them out of there. And Lorraine are allied with Aachen, Baden, and Nassau, who I wouldn't be surprised if they get involved. Still, they have 12,000 troops already, and a 2-star general. Okay, they have a 5-shot general, and there's a good chance he's fresher than my one. Let's get you attached to me. Now, good old Holland should be helping us out, but this presents an opportunity if we win. That is a pretty big if. Man. Never rains, but it sure does pour. Didn't really matter about Austria, though. Okay, so Nassau are getting involved, but there doesn't seem to be any Aachen still. Nassau is who exactly? Not someone I'm overly familiar with. Ah, they're close by, which is a shame. Oh well, time to make some friends, even though aggressive expansion is through the roof. Who else is going to come along and ruin my day here? Also, are you able to get access around here? You have access through Flanders, but not through Brabant. Brabant will give me access. And I'm not pushed for Diplo relations, am I? No. So I'll grab it for now, just to get access for everyone. That way Holland should be able to come down and help us out. Now, I never activated that fort. And now that they're moving, I sure as heck am. Hello, Castile. What are you up to? Okay, so me and my vassal are together, nicely. He's marching south to Bourgogne, which is depressing for me. We should take the offense with them. It's not like I can access these areas. And Aachen sure as heck isn't going to give us that. 26th of May, 24th of May, it's woodlands. We would get the defensive here. Our morale is far from top notch. Oh, but I do like money. Money always helps. It's time to get those extra units on the go. I am shamefully reliant on infantry here. Let's bring ourselves a little closer to force limit. And let's hope that Nassau are not hiding right here. They have access through Cologne, but not through Trier. Trier doesn't give access to anyone around here. So there we go, they've stuck themselves over in Bourgogne. If they take it, that's a bit of a shame, but at least we can work our way through Barrois whilst they're doing diddly squat. Could really do without Holland running away there. But if they want to crush Nassau, then that's only good for me, right? Now, shamefully they're on their way to attack us. Is that because one of us are severely lacking in military? No. They just have a reason that they think they can defeat us. Probably their excessive cavalry. But I think that's a river crossing and a woodland, so that's -2 to them, and we flank them. Granted, my morale is pretty low, and theirs is pretty damn high. Maybe some good rolls will help us out here. That is not a good roll, that is the opposite of a good roll. That's considerably better. And that's how you send them packing. Now they're running away to Metz. Sadly I cannot pursue, because we're blocked by the fort that we are on. So I wonder what our friends in Holland are up to. Such a shame that no one wants to help us out on the military access route, but a nice victory for us. Also nice that Liège bring a 1 siege general to the mix, and it's nice that I can reclaim Bourgogne. Seems their 5-shock general bought it, so nice timing. I have good luck when it comes to enemy 5-shock generals dying, right when I need them to. It happened in the multiplayer game, it'll happen again here. So I wonder if the AI is also more aggressive on hard mode. Might go away to explaining this. Still, once we siege up their fort here, oh man, they also have a fort on their capital. But Holland brought in 2 units of artillery, so this should help us out greatly. You rolled a 7 on the lucky die. Did you? Oh, I never did. I never did roll my dice when I got home. Rolled a 2 for the day. Alright, that's a 5. Huh, well. I went over to roll my cursed die, and I got a 5. And as soon as I did, the aristocrats are grateful for our favour. So, thanks for the loyalty, thanks for the money. I'd love to kill and keep moving, but I have to take down Loringian first. Wish I could just march straight in there, but 'tis not to be. He's going to go straight back to Barawa, which is fine for me, because he's going to come straight to his death. Again, he takes the negative crossings. We flank him heavily, and we wipe the floor with him. Wipe. No longer needing to tell my friends to attach to me. They can go and do their own thing. So with a bit of luck, yeah, they'll go and take down our mortal foes. Oh, right, that's right. I need at least X amount of troops to keep this siege going. 9,000. That's the ticket. There we go. A 5. Add that to the 2 you got this morning and you roll a 7, Jake. Yeah, to those uninitiated, I roll a die every morning and every evening to determine my luck. And it's just a 6-sided die that I found inside a cracker over Christmas time. But it's strange because it's not a normal die. The 1 and the 6, for example, are not on opposite sides, they're adjacent. So in whatever cheap Chinese factory it was made in, they didn't quite grasp the concept of a die. Nonetheless, I like it. And I always live by luck, so it feels good. 5 is my lucky number today. Now, how is this gonna go? The issue here is that I can't take anything, really, because I'm gonna stir up one hell of a coalition. But maybe we could work something out. Because I have 5 years of aggressive expansion burning off whilst I just sit on these fellows. And trust me, I feel like sitting on these fellows. So I think we'll do just that. It's such a shame that Brandenburg got attacked by Mecklenburg, since that really threw a spanner into the works for me. But when things go this well in warfare, I can't really complain all that much. Where'd that cavalry I recruited get to? Didn't I recruit a cavalry? Okay, I think the issue is that I only recruited a cavalry. Should have grabbed another. Should also grab a unit of artillery, since that speeds up sieges massively. They're also massively expensive, but what are you going to do? Let's just grab it. Well, there's no point in grabbing you there. I should grab you over here. Takes me relatively up to 4 summit. They are near worthless for a battle, but... France, I see you're on the move yet again. Not content in just beating Austria, you must utterly crush them, it seems. And it's nice of my good friend Holland to just hand this territory over to me, since it means I might be able to do something with Nassau later on. Probably not integrate them, but I really need friends, and even if they have to be magical friends that I release or vassalize, they're still friends, right? Surely you can take 5 provinces, Jake. It is your lucky number, after all. It is for today. Hold on, somebody passed away. I think we could do with that discipline, if you don't mind. Because Lorraine needs to pay for what they've just done to me, which has hurt me. I could also stand to make some good money through looting. Well, maybe not great money, but good is good enough. Lay waste, my friends. Lay waste. My special friends. Yeah, things are going as good as I could really expect with this. What's the current diplomatic solution, Jake? I think you mean to say situation, but I kind of like the idea of solution there. It implies that I have a solution for the situation, which I don't. As long as France is allied with Castile and has other strong allies, I am forever worrying for my own life. Very fitting. Okay, there go Lorraine, but I'm confident that my allies are going to strike them down so that I don't even have to. I'll probably throw in some artillery and my general just for support. I mean, my general is worth his weight in gold here. Our friends, please. Got someone that needs to die here. I'd rather it was not Liège that was going to the fight, since Liège is more valuable to me, well, in almost any way. I'll let 1 month pass here. In fact, there's still a good bit of looting to be done, but what you gonna do? Oh well, no guts, no glory, let's just charge on in. We're not going to take a river crossing penalty, we're just going to murder them. Well, hey, you know what would be even better? If my vassal did this for me. My vassal can take the front lines. I will provide the general support. And there we go, see this? All the units that are taking damage are Lièges here, so I don't have to pay the money or the manpower or anything. Unless Liège runs away and my troops have to take the front, which isn't going to happen because we have flanking going on and that is destroying them. I didn't lose a single man in that combat. And now I'll have the glory days and wipe up the enemy. Done and done right. And that is how you win. Jake, diplomat status is French. Improve something, perhaps relations with anyone. Yeah, how about someone that would ally me? Someone that isn't getting utterly crushed and is not an enemy of Austria's. Somebody that could be useful in Italian expansion. Someone like, but possibly not exactly, Bavaria. The Pope is one avenue, but I can't marry the Pope. Milan is another good one. Oh, Milan is a republic. Well, that kind of goes against exactly what I was talking about. Savoy is a possibility, but they take into account navy strength, of which I have none, so a landlocked nation is superior. Which, again, pushes me towards Switzerland, but I have to push through Switzerland to get to Milan, so maybe I should think more about potential allies against Switzerland. People that he is an enemy of, which is Lorraine, who I'm currently pounding. Ferrara, Milan. It just is pretty unlikely that I would get an alliance with Milan. I would need somebody that I can marry for that extra boost. I think Bavaria. Can you really go wrong with Bavaria? Austria doesn't see them as vital interest, and they are growing. And I like Bavaria. That's good enough reason. Let's go the Bavarian route. So, that aggressive expansion I have across the HRE is still pretty high. I can't really afford to take more than 15. The trouble is, taking anything here is a lot of aggressive expansion. Not just because it's fairly high development, but because it's all